Going to be buried at the end of the earth or what?
Quite a trip up here.
Do you have to stop for coffee and donuts?
No, we didn't. We just tried to load that rock.
Uh-huh.
There it is right there.
There it is, huh? Everything, isn't it?
Ton and something.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just about a ton and something. Yeah, I spent quite a time at the big foundation way down there. That's built right on over my wife's, what do you call it, vault?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I worked all summer on it, building that up.
Building a pad for it.
Building the pad and digging it up and whatever. And my wife is buried there. My mother's on the other side.
Uh-huh.
My daughter's going to be buried here. My brother's there. World War II, India, Burma, China.
And that's
Huh?
which brother is this?
This is Sherman Wayne.
Sherman.
Yep.
And your other brother is?
No, that's my father over
Father is there.
Yeah.
Grab the tape measure out of the pickup truck. It's at the passenger door. What?
I'll get it. Mine. So this plot has been in the family.
This is all in the family. This is my father, Urban Waning.
Uh-huh.
And you might have known Elmer Waning?
No, I don't.
You don't?
But I understand Roy is your brother?
A cousin.
Cousin.
Those are cousins.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
He's the bus driver?
he's a bus driver.
Or former bus driver?
He was farmer, maybe. I don't know. I haven't been in contact with him for years.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But I've been trying to clean this whole cemetery up. I cleaned up all the lower part. I got the town to do it. You can see all those rocks all the way along the wall there. That's so they can't get in from pucky oil.
Uh-huh.
This used to be, when I was a kid, this was the back road right up by the gymnasium.
Uh-huh. And there was the bridge. They took the bridge out,
They took
right?
the bridge out, so that made it stop right here.
Okay.
And this back end here, I wanted them to clean this all up. This used to be all clean, all this bushes out here,
Uh-huh.
clear to the road. And I want them to put up a fence out here
Okay.
to block off the packers. Every time I come up here, there's packers up here, lovers. Right there behind that truck, they had in my car, they had a 8-foot square bonfire going here, and nobody knew about it.
Really?
I mean big.
You can see it from the road, though, I mean.
You ought to be able to see it right from there.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't pay no attention.
So this lot looks out over the river when the leaves are off, right?
Yes, it does. Look right over Damascotta Church.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But when the leaves are on, you can't see the highway,
You
right?
can't see it for this highway one here when I was a kid. When I bought this property up here, I come from Howard Cushman's down here, that side of Clark Bottling Works. We walked right up through here, the cow pasture, sheep. I bought my property, and now they put a road between, and now we can't even get to it. Couldn't get down there. So you have to drive, go back there, or go down here and then come back.
So how old is this cemetery?
Oh, I don't know. Down in the corner is the oldest stone, and they're,
That revolutionary?
17 something from the south, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Preston Bryant, I think, gang is buried down there. I think he's to do with a shipbuilding down here, which used to be a brickyard years ago.
Uh-huh.
But
So this was the main highway through to, on top of Academy Hill, over to the mills,
it
right?
goes all the way to Damascotta Mills, the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And now they've tied it. When I was a kid, it was a dirt road, but you could drive 35, 40 miles an hour right over it. People from Damascotta Mills went here to Franklin Grammar School.
Uh-huh.
Leo Bridges was my school teacher. He lives in Damascotta, right? He died last year.
Uh-huh.
Leo Bridges. And Freddie French lived down here by my father's, down back at Town Hall. He went to school about the same time I did. Dougie Dodge.
So from here, from Franklin School, where did you go to school, or did you go into the service?
I didn't go to no school. I worked in Bath Iron Works, building ships. I worked Mars Shipyard, which is right in the town of Damariscotta. Did you know that?
No.
Mars Shipyard was right behind, right across from Rainey's store, right down an alley there. And we launched boats off there. And then I worked in Booth Bay at Gamages. And then I went to work at Bath Iron Works, and from Bath Iron Works I got thrown in the Army. I went from $130 a week to $37 a month. I don't think I got a good deal there, do you?
Well, you got to travel the world though, right?
I guess I did. This was all about the Jewish people in the concentration camps, and where 6,000 Jews was murdered, and that whenever anybody gets hurt or captured, they will always say, "Poor me, poor me, poor me." And I thought, well, seeing that the liberators liberated Dachau concentration camp and all of the other concentration camps, that it ought to be saying something about the liberators. So I cut their original one in two, and then I wrote at the bottom, "If it wasn't for me, where would you be?" So I wrote this at the bottom, and then I had it changed over, and my writing is here.
Whereas?
Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. The people of the state of Maine should always remember those who liberated the Nazi concentration camps, some at cost of their lives and others with lifelong emotional suffering, as holding an honored place in the history. And so I'm 100% disabled with PTSD, and I remember all of these dead people, skinny people, and the people that I had to kill myself. My buddies getting killed, and I buried quite a few of them already. One or two in Portland, Yarmouth, and in different places, because I was with a colored guard, so I had to help bury them. That's my Bronze Star Award, so that I really earned it. And and this is a real German armband that I brought back from Europe, and they have a swastika. And the old saying was, "Loose lips sink ships."
Keith, we'll be back, Keith.
You'll be back? You can probably get it in the picture and read all about it. Can you get it close enough so you can?
Yes.
Your camera will read it. And you can see it's signed by Eli Wiesel. And it's also Ronald H. Reagan.
And that's an Eisenhower jacket?
Yeah, that's what I wore overseas. And all my medals on it.
So what are the medals that you have there?
This is the Presidential Unit Citation. My Bronze Star is over there. My CIB, which is a rifleman's badge, sharpshooter. These are all the guns that I shoot. These are my Indian medals. I was with the 45th Division Indians. And this is a Pearl Harbor button. This is my ruptured duck when I get out of the service. And that eagle is the 45th Division. That's for the 4 states, Oklahoma, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado, each black spot.
How'd you end up with the 45th?
I don't know. How did I end up to be a scout for the Indians? I don't understand it.
Uh-huh.
I think it because I was young and mouthy and quick on the draw. I was pretty good with guns, and I think that's what they wanted.
Okay.
So they made me a scout, which my life was worth 3 seconds, 24/7. That's.
So you were out in front of the lines?
You had to crawl through the enemy lines at night and report back to your outfit to tell them what you was doing.
So they give you any German in case you got captured?
If you got captured, you didn't come back, so therefore...
You didn't need it, huh?
Didn't need it. They knew you was gone for the duration of the war, probably.
Uh-huh.
Or you got killed, either one. She was a prisoner at 16 years old. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
And she wrote it to Keith Waning. These was printed by one of the soldiers, I think, in Dachau concentration camp.
Uh-huh.
That captured it. Okay?
Uh-huh.
That's the same picture on a different angle. This shows a pile of them, bodies piled in the corner. Here I am in Dachau concentration camp, dressed as a Swiss Alps.
Uh-huh.
I bought the government sent me back, wanted me to go back in '89. And I went back in '89, and this is the concentration camp at Dachau. And there I am standing in the middle of the lot in '89. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
And there I am by the furnaces. Can you see that very good?
Yep.
Oh, and here I am again.
Uh-huh.
I took first prize with that outfit to a party. And here I am again. Now they're all monuments. See up the top, it makes it look like skinny bodies stretched across there. Jews from every country built something in Dachau. That's I think it says Vielarbeit on there. Means work hard. And you will get out. You'll be free.
Yeah.
And there I am standing there again. That's in '89. The government wanted to go back and see if it helped my mind. It don't. And here's another monument they built.
Uh-huh.
And here's the whole of the officers' quarters or whatever they did there. And I was over there when they were celebrating the Jews. It shows every patch that the Jew wore when he was working. If he was on a working detail or whatever detail, he had a different kind of patch so they could tell who he was.
So this is a sculpture? And
that's a sculpture in Dachau concentration camp. Somebody drawed it out of a piece of steel plate.
Expect to see any of this?
No, I didn't expect to see nothing when I went in the Army. I just see it as I went along, and you try to forget it as fast as you can.
But I mean, had they told you that you were going to where the concentration camps are?
No, they don't tell you nothing. You just run on top of it, just like you fight the war every day, or take this piece of ground, or take an airport. You just take it, and nobody tells you nothing.
Now, did it surprise you when you got there? I mean,
oh yeah, everything's a surprise. Every minute.
About how many days were you there? Or how long were you
visiting? Visiting in '89?
No, when you were there.
I was there only for about half a day, because I had to move on and clean up other stuff around. You don't sit around.
And were the prisoners leaving at that point? Were they, or they?
The people coming out of the concentration camp? No. They would be taking them someplace like a hospital, I suppose. That wasn't my job to take care of them.
They were all in that bad shape then?
Oh yeah, nobody in very good shape. And here's a lot of the ones that's still alive today that was in concentration camps. I'm invited to every one of their parties. This truck is 1928 IHC, which is an international harvester, and I paid $250 for it up in Winthrop, and I restored it with a 70-year-old oak and ash, and when I got it all done, I sold it to in Minnesota to a 3-generation lumber company because of the lumber that's in it. And so that's a $30,000 truck. Well, I was going to go swimming, and on my Harley Davidson, and I was in Monmouth, and I had my swim trunks on, no helmet, and so a woman come down over the hill. She was doing about 60 and sliding on the hot tire on my side of the street. I was doing about 30, so that's 90 miles an hour. And needless to say, my motorcycle was totaled. It totaled her car and threw me about 100 feet up the road. And it drove me all to pieces, I guess, but I was nothing broken real bad. And I got up and walked down the road just a little bit, and the woman said, "You better lay down because blood's coming out of both the ears, so that means my backbone is hurt a little bit." And so it wasn't long. I was out of the hospital, and I ordered a new Harley Davidson right from the hospital bed. So
that's the one you have now?
I still drive a Harley right today.
What's the one you got now?
This, I traded the other one in, I traded for, and then I bought another new one in '86. And so I've always had a Harley since I'm 14 years old. So Harley or an Indian, one or the other. And I just get a kick out of riding in the country or up a Kangamangas highway on a Harley, or take the Model A Ford, the Roadster, and chug along. The only trouble is with a Model A Ford, everybody you try to get them to go by you, they don't want to go by you, they just want to see the thing go down the road, you know. So I gain about 10 or 15 people behind me, then I got to pull to the ditch. Let them by, make them go by. And so this Model A Ford I'll keep till I am gone, and the kids will sell it. It's insured for $32,000. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
And you did most of the work on it?
I do all the work. Yep.
Memorial. My name is Paul DiMatteo. My last name is spelled D-I-M-A-T-T-E-O.
Okay.
And we've been doing this work. My grandfather started our business in 1919. I'm the third generation memorial artist to have the business.
And how did the two of you get to know each other?
Mr. Waning came in on his own and spoke with myself and my employee Dennis Fashon and told us what he had in mind for a memorial, and we sat down. I sat down with Mr. Waning, and kind of it all fell together after a few meetings.
Now this stone is from Africa?
Yes, it is. It's from Zimbabwe.
And it's a black?
It's called jet black granite.
Jet black granite. And so that you had to make a special order, obviously.
Yeah, the special order came in. It came in a slab form. I'm sorry, in a block form from Africa to Barrie, Vermont. And then I had the Ventura Granite Company, which is a wholesaler I buy granite from, cut the block into the slab form that I needed to use to work with, and they polished it and sent it down to us, and then we put the engraving on it and all of the etchings.
Now he wanted a lot of different things on there, right?
He wanted to fill 10 gallons of water into a 5-gallon bucket. That's what he wanted to do.
So I saw in the paper that you said you could fill 10 stones with what he wanted.
That he wanted on, but we did some editing and sat with Mr. Waning and said this is where this should be or that should be. Typically, I tell the families that deal with me that you're making a memorial, and it's because somebody lived, not because somebody died, and you want to try to put the important things in their life in it, but you don't want to make a billboard because it's not a billboard. And with what Mr. Waning had, and for the things that he's done in his life, especially during World War II, it was something that we didn't normally do by putting as much as we did on there, but it was necessary to tell his story.
Plus the pictures that you put on, that help tell the story?
Oh, it certainly does. It has a picture of him when he was 21 years old in the service, a picture of a couple of the vehicles that he had restored, some military information.
Soldiers dressed like I was over the line.
And your Harley, does it have?
No, my Harley is not on it. No, my Harley ain't on it. We didn't have room. We got my Bronze Star on it, and we got the
hand grenade,
the patch, and the soldier looked like me when I was crossing the lines.
Well, I expected you'd be coming up with a color guard in front with a Harley coming down the street here.
But I would say it was a team effort. Mr. Waning and myself designed it.
Yeah.
Dennis Vachon and his son, Dennis Jr. Dennis Sr. carved it. Dennis Jr. Helped his father put the layout down and cut out the letters.
With about 550 words.
There's quite a bit on there, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
And then Emily Flowers did the etchings. That was all done freehand, by hand, with a diamond tip engraver. Matter of fact, Mr. Waning watched her do some of it.
Watched her do all of it.
Wow, that would be exciting.
She was only about what, 45 years old?
No, she's not even that old.
She ain't even that old?
She's in her 40s, but I don't dare ask her age.
Yeah, I don't.
Freehand, boy, if you make one mistake, you're finished. Right?
Yeah, you'd have to get a new stone.
Yeah, you have to get a new stone. So
you put a lot of trust in it.
well, she
we're going to have to.
Miss Flowers only could work 4 hours.
Any day, guys. I'll use one of these.
Mr. Waning just took right off running.
I want to see himself. Got it right? Tell me we got it right.
You got it right.
We got it right. Got it right.
We're gonna wash this all off. I'll take pictures of it after.
You bring water?
Yeah, he's got some right here. He's got 5-6 gallons in this thing on there. Excuse me.
Sure.
You gonna take pictures of it all dirty? What do you want to do that for?
Don't wash.
Got water on it, ain't it? You'll be able to see it better.
You know, I don't know if we're going to be able to use those. That concrete down here is mountains.
That's your roadster up there.
That's a roadster there.
And there.
That's the I-8C there, which it says right under each one of them.
I think we're gonna just ship it down.
When it dries out, you can see it better.
Just go real easy. No, we'll just take down.
That's my Bronze Star.
Like that, Paul.
What?
Just like that. That's what I was saying. We don't
Let
need
me
to
know
roll
when
it.
I'm getting close to the edge of this.
I will. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
All right?
Stop.
We'll pick it up again. You want to fix this stuff? I'm going to need that.
So do you use those grenades at all?
Grenades?
Yeah.
Use them every day.
He told us if we didn't do a good job, we'd be visited by one.
Yeah. Copy to make the picture of the grenade. They said, is this thing loaded? And I said, yeah. They wanted to hand it right back, but then I said, no, it's empty.
okay so far on these days. These are sliding, so
I can't see the
you're okay here.
stuff on the other side.
This is still going on this one.
You're fine here. These are moving. These are sliding.
You don't even feel it.
So what do your daughters do?
Well, my daughter thought of this idea because she thought it would be very nice for me to have a stone like this. So she was going to do it after I would pass on. And I like the black granite, so that's when I began to take over. And I said, well, I might as well see what I'm going to pay for before I die. So here I am, 3 months later, and we got the foundation all in, and the stone is here, and they done a wonderful job on it, as far as I can see.